Okay, testing. Yep. Right, so this is Syberia, the world before. And I should probably know I'm a massive fan of the Syberia series. I was really disappointed with Syberia 3. It was a massive disappointment. The game was developed by Benoit Sercal, and as you may or may not know, he's like his background is with the Franco-Belgian comics industry, like Tintin and Asterix and so forth. But anyway, let's get straight into the game. Let's have a look. Yeah. So this kind of like follows a theme of like recent entertainment like formats. The Walking Dead, the latest series being called the World Beyond, and so on. It's kind of like a pessimistic look at the world since COVID arrived. But I'm not too sure about this world before. As I said, I was really disappointed with Syberia 3, so my hopes are not too high for this one. But hopefully Benoit Sercal can prove me wrong. So, I haven't seen anything about this game before. This is my very first time. So, let's watch this introduction. Okay, so it looks like I can control the character from here.
I need to hurry. Frau Beckmann said she will be waiting for me on the square at the top of the main street.
So, like, compared to Syberia 3, Syberia 3 unfortunately used like a direct control for the character, which didn't really work. Syberia 1 and 2, the series primarily started off as a point-and-click adventure game, and you know, I complained to them that
Hey, Dana?
they didn't need to deviate from that at all. It's kind of like the Broken Sword series. Broken Sword 1 and 2 was a famous point-and-click adventure game, and then all of a sudden with Broken Sword 3, they changed it to direct control, which didn't really work. But thankfully, they've listened to the feedback given by the fans, and they've gone back to the point-and-click mechanic. Because with the Syberia series, it's never about the gameplay. It was about the narrative. It's about the story. And so the the stealth elements and that you find in Broken Sword 3 didn't really matter. So read on, click read to display the text. The beating heart of Europe. Yeah, so actually for my master's degree dissertation, I actually interviewed the one of the developers of Broken Sword. He helped to develop Broken Sword 1, 2 and 3, and in my dissertation I was basically telling him that with the introduction of 3D didn't necessarily mean that you needed to deviate from the mechanics that made the game successful in the first place. And then they found out later on that with the, I think it was the Serpent's Curse, or like the very latest Broken Sword game, they went back to the point and click mechanics, and it was a massive success.
Not bad at all. I wonder if Papa would sell it in his shop, though.
So yeah, I mean the game looks absolutely beautiful. It's gone back to the original format, point and click format, which is absolutely fantastic. So that way the player can fully engross themselves without having to worry about the control mechanisms of the game. What's this guy doing here?
Goodness. A rock?
Oh no, vandals.
Are you alright?
None for the worse for wear. What worries me is it's getting worse every day.
That's what my father says.
Never mind, eh? Always look on the bright side. At least, it's prompted me to make some repairs that I've been putting off.
Do you know who did this?
I've got a good idea, yes. Good for nothing hoodlums.
I see who you mean. They only feel big and strong when they're together, though.
Right. But people like that can be dangerous when they're driven by an ideal. Especially when it's based on hate and the rejection of other cultures. And they hold no love for Vagarans, that's for sure.
I'm not entirely sure what to do here. Let's see. Alright, okay.
I'm sorry to hear it.
Oh, never mind. We must all make do with our lot in life, huh? I'm sure I'll get by. Besides, what choice is there? Hmm? Ah, enough talk of nastiness. Ah. I see you're carrying a music case. Would you be the lucky young lady who's to enchant our ears this year?
I am. And I should go. It's nearly time.
Well, let me congratulate you first. Music is one of the few pleasures left to us nowadays. So, thank you, Fraulein. Thank you for spreading it around. Would you like to do me the honor of writing something in the cement before you go? I'll add the date like they do in Hollywood. It's all the rage these days, you know.
Well,
Unless you're worried, it would make you late.
all right. I will.
Here you go. Ah, perfect. A bass clef, drawn by the hand of a budding virtuoso. Very fitting considering what awaits you on the square.
Thank you, mein Herr. I really should go now if I don't want to be late at the Music Academy.
I'll be listening from here.
Thank you. Goodbye.
The acting's not too good, but it's still the start of the game, so can't really judge it yet. But yeah, I mean, off topic again. The guy I interviewed from Revolution Software, his name came to me. It's Dave Gibbons. He's the guy I talked to, and he was quite open to how they could improve the actual series, which was fantastic. And Broken Sword became a massive success. But the third installment was a disaster, really. So yeah, talking about this game,
Frau Beckmann will kill me if I don't get to the square on time.
I think this is based in Germany, even though the other games are set in somewhere near Syberia in Russia. It says I can hold the right mouse button to look around. Okay, so let's talk to the guys.
Go on, hop it. Don't want your sort of hanging around here.
Germany. It's very, very beautiful, I've got to say. But Ben Mosakel, he went quiet. I know there was a lot of problems with Syberia 3's development in terms of the funding and what have you, but there was really no excuse for the poor story. How like Kate Walker, how she came about like stranded, wasn't fully explained. And yeah, I like myself. Just look at the reviews on Steam. You'll see how bad the game is.
Guten Tag, Frau Beckmann.
Ah, Fraulein Rose, there you are. A few minutes more, and you would have been late.
Please excuse me, Frau Beckmann, but I was delayed on the way.
May I have your convocation notice?
Convocation notice? What the hell is that? What's this?
Keep your sheet music for the concert. It's your convocation notice I need.
Here we go.
Thank you, Fraulein Rose. Now, remember, performing at the annual spring concert is a great honor and rewards the best Music Academy student of the year. So it is imperative that you show yourself worthy.
I will do my best, Frau Beckmann.
The piano is ready. Make this day yours, Dana Rose.
So I take it the premise of this game, the prologue thing, is like during the height of Hans, you know, the clockwork automatons. It was prior to, I think it was either prior or during World War II. So this must have been during that time, during Hans Warburg's height as the creator of all these clockwork creations.
I have to activate the piano first. There's a mechanism on the side of it.
On the side of it, so it could be this
Once
one.
I've activated the piano, everything will be ready to go.
Ah, here we go. Okay.
Everything's ready. All I need to do now is arrange my sheet music and begin.
So if you don't know, like Hans was a genius. He created these what they called automatons, which were like clockwork creations. And when you play Syberia 1 and later Syberia 2, they're in decline, even in spite of the fact that the Russians and also the Americans want to get hold of this technology. So look.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right, Dana. You'll not make any mistakes, and they will come out of the tower.
Come on, play something then.
Oh, good grief. I'd better get started quickly.
But the fantastic thing about Syberia 1 and 2, especially, is that it brought into perspective the different uses of like technology. Well, in with Syberia series anyway, the clockwork technology, sorry. And it's kind of like reminiscent of our use of technology today, and how like it can be used for good and for bad. So like with the Russians, it detailed how the Russians were using it for the communist regime, and then the Americans wanted it for capitalist ideals, and also like Hans and Anna's, they're innocent, their own personal experiences, which is I mean you really need to play the game to understand it. Ah, it's a trill. Wow, amazing. You know what? I think I finally understand where this game's coming from, because with Syberia 3, I didn't really understand how they could carry on the story from Syberia 2, because I don't want to spoil anything, but Syberia 2 ended, and as far as I was concerned, that was the end of the whole series. But I was wondering, like, how the world beyond could, like, tell another aspect of the story, and I can finally see it. Because with Syberia 1 and 2, you don't really get an understanding as to the extent to which the automatons played a pivotal role in the everyday lives of the people of Valdilen and the people of that particular region. But there I saw firsthand how beautiful and how integrated that kind of thing was. But as I said before, with Syberia 1 and 2, it's declining. You know, the automaton industry is in decline. They're not making them anymore. So we can't really see. All we see is the remains of what used to be the heyday of the automaton manufacturing and their effect. So look, you can consult your diary. A reminder of previous events. The diary also gives you okay. But yeah, with this game, it's the first time I've actually seen how pivotal automatons were during their heyday.
Sleep okay?
Like a bear.
Yeah, I heard. Better get ready, Katyusha.
I feel like I've been run over by a tank.
You okay?
Sure. Digging an assault mine 12 hours a day in the hope of finding a fragment of ivory? Couldn't be better.
Don't let it get to you.
Maybe I'm a fool, Kate. Maybe I should have listened to my folks. If I had stayed in line in the National Choir like a good little pawn...
I know.
Forming an anti-
Is it me, or is there elements of like cyberpunk in here?
I'm glad I've got you, though.
Listen, Katyusha. We're going to get out of here, right?
Yeah, right. If you say so.
We should get going, Katyusha. I mean, what if the guard catches us slacking off when we should be ready?
Who? Simona? She's no altar girl, but she's not the worst around here.
True.
But I will be ready in time to leave.
I just want to get all the rest I can.
Come on, Katyusha. Better get ready.
Sure. Okay.
5 minutes, no more. Da?
Da.
Okay, so in the Syberia series, the main protagonist, the main character, has always been Kate Walker. Kate Walker is a lawyer. Well, this game is set before Kate Walker, before everything that happened in Syberia 1, 2, and 3. She's a lawyer. She's been sent to Valdilen in northern Russia to secure the takeover of a toy factory. The toy factory being the automaton factory, the one that created the clockwork-like creations.
What?
In this particular game, it's obviously not Kate Walker, someone else. So I'm not entirely sure who the main character is. Is it this girl here, or the one that we saw before?
I better freshen up first and see how Katyusha is. I'll pick up my
Katyusha. I like the textures. Textures are pretty good. Okay.
Better not forget your good luck charm. Don't think I've ever seen you without it.
It's all I got left.
Oscar's heart. I don't know if you haven't played this game already. I don't want to give too much away. Oh, there's something here.
There's all Oscar's data inside. I was lucky enough to steal it from the militia soldier who picked it up at the frontier between Baranur and the Yakast. I just need to find a compatible body for it.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Which reminds me, another reason why Syberia 3 was such a disaster, in spite of the fact that I'd played 1 and 2 like so many times, was that it assumed that you already played the previous 2 games. If you hadn't played Syberia 1 or 2, you were none the wiser. You had no idea what the hell was going on. Which is stupid. Absolutely ridiculous. You shouldn't assume that the players played the previous 2 games. And them showing that Oscar's heart, I'm hoping that it's not going down the same route. Definitely not. Okay, what do we have here? Katushkas! Guitar pick. Okay. Pushkin's poem. But the biggest criticism of Syberia 3 is undoubtedly the control scheme. It was a disaster. Absolute disaster. And they still haven't resolved it. I reinstalled it recently and it's still absolute crap. If you ask me. Thing is, it didn't know whether it wanted to be a point-and-click game, point-and-click adventure game, or a adventure game, like Tomb Raider.
What are you gonna do now, Kate? Jeez, can't believe it's been almost a year since the militia sent me here. Gotta get out, move on, whatever that might be. But how, though? No news from outside, nothing. Does anyone even know I'm here? For Christ's sake, someone must be looking for me, mustn't they? Mustn't they?
And, you know, I've talked about Broken Sword before, and will be the last time I'm talking about it. Broken Sword was an amazing success, but then with Broken Sword 3, the control scheme again brought the whole series down. It wasn't sure what it wanted to be. There were like 3D like puzzles where you had to move boxes around in a 3-dimensional space. I mean, for a game that that's built its success from a primarily narrative story-driven experience to one that suddenly requires you to move boxes around, I mean, of course, like fans are going to be disappointed because it detracts from the story-driven experiences that they were so used to in the previous games. And it was the same with Syberia 3. It was just, I was frustrated, absolutely frustrated with it. But now I think they're definitely going back to this. Hopefully, will be a massive success. They've obviously identified their problems from their last the last game. And hopefully they can move on from that, improve from that. Benoit Sakal, he's been very quiet since the disaster that was Syberia 3. Hopefully that changes.
Let's stay close, Katusha, okay?
Team Blue! Hey, you've got mail. It's for you, Amerikanska.
Thanks.
No stalling you here. You got 5 minutes to see what's inside. Or else a less friendly face will come to get you.
Oh, wow. Plane ticket to New York. Catherine Walker. Kate Walker. Okay, so the pieces are, coming together. So, name of passenger. Kate Walker. Obviously, the main protagonist, the main character of Syberia 1 and 2. This is her ticket. Because she comes from New York. Is this a prologue? This can't be a prologue. Maybe I'm assuming it's a prologue, but it's not. This is after Syberia 1 and 2 and 3. To be fair, I never completed Syberia 3. I was so disappointed I just stopped. But this kind of like indicates that this takes place after Kate Walker's done her thing.
Stuck with me throughout my childhood. I remember even my mother couldn't find out what it was called.
And this girl is American.
It belonged to my mother. I used to play with it when I was a kid.
Music box. Now, music boxes were very prolific with Hans during Syberia 2, Syberia 1 and 2.
Olivia Foster, New York.
Olivia Foster.
What could she have sent me, given our
She's a
history and my
friend.
leaving with Hans?
No, wait, this is Kate Walker. Oops, said that a bit too loud. This
Strange.
can't be Kate Walker.
What?
August 23rd, 2003. Dear Kate, wherever you are now,
Olivia was
despite the
Kate
sad
Walker's
news it
friend,
contains,
who
I
used to
hope you
correspond
will
with her
take
in
some
America.
time for you to make preparations to return to New York.
This can't be
Your
Kate
mother,
Walker.
Sarah
No
Walker,
way.
passed away last night at Mount Sinai Hospital. She had been doing poorly for several months, and her death was no doubt a release.
No way.
The funeral will take place Thursday, next week. We pushed back the ceremony so you can be with us. If I'm not
Oh,
mistaken,
no.
returning to the United States means you run the risk of having to answer to the law. Sometimes it's better to pay your debts to society instead of being forever on the run. Once, just put aside those senseless, adventurous pretensions of yours. They've already cost you your friends and family. I beg you, Kate, please come back and
Oh,
say
it is
goodbye
Kate.
to your mother. Call me so we can organize your return in the best conditions possible.
This is Kate Walker, guys.
Pendant. According to her, you used to love the mystery of its melody. I promised her I would send it to you. Call me for the sake of what's left of our friendship. Olivia, 212-359-1590.
Olivia was a bitch anyway. She was a whore. She basically stole Kate's fiance. Like during the Syberia 1, she was contacting Kate, and then very near the end. Well, I don't want to spoil it for you, but she's a whore anyway.
Well done, Dana, dear. I'm so proud of your concert on the square at the Academy of Music. We shall find a pretty frame for your diploma.
Thank you, Mother.
Once you've finished your studies at the Academy of Music next year, you'll be able to start higher education at the Paris Conservatory. Won't she, Anton?
Of course. Of course.
Then, my darling, you'll become a great concert pianist. You make us so proud, doesn't she, Anton?
Of course. Of course.
So proud.
I can't wait to see the Paris Conservatory, even though I'll miss you both terribly.
And it's perhaps not such a bad idea for you to move away from Wagen. Times are hard at the moment for people like us. I do worry about your health still. Thankfully, Herr Gustav agreed to take you on at the mountain refuge this summer.
Oh, yes. That mountain air will do you a world of good, my dear.
By the way, did you write to Herr Gustav to thank him?
Oh, well, I was very busy rehearsing the concert, you know.
The gentleman is offering you a job, Dana. Thanking him is the very least you can do.
Yes, Mother, I'll do it right away.
Oh, wow, okay, so that lady in the prison is actually Kate Walker herself. And it's said also that she'll be imprisoned if she were to return back to the United States. Why? I'm not entirely sure. I've received the paintings. Given their quality, I can only congratulate you on getting them at such a good price. I can already tell that they will find a buyer amongst my American clientele, and we will get a return on our small investment very shortly. On a more personal note, I wanted to thank you and your lovely Lena for the message of support included with your package. The doctors seem optimistic about Miriam's recovery. They think she should be back on her feet this summer. With each passing day, I am ever more amazed that such a strong woman did the honour of marrying me. However, I will not hide from you that we are both terribly downcast. Despite Miriam's medical history, that charlatan of an obstetrician had left us with serious hopes that this unexpected pregnancy would turn out well. Although it was really hard for us to take such a final decision, we decided not to run the risk of being met with further disappointment in the future. This is about Miriam's physical health, and, it must be agreed, the moral health of us both. I imagine that all there is left for us to do is to learn to live with the idea that we will grow old alone, Miriam and I, without any children. In such circumstances, my dear friend, you will understand that every day God gives us, we wonder about the expediency of remaining here in Ostrathal. While the sound of the brown shadow's boots can be heard more and more in our streets, Miriam and I would perhaps be safer on the other side of the Atlantic, where, as you know, I have the benefit of strong professional relationships with some well-placed friends in the New York art community. In any case, please know that your and Lena's support went straight to our hearts. This further proof of the unwavering loyalty that binds our two households has been the only ray of sunshine for us in this particular dark time of our relationship. I thank you both again for this renewed expression of our honest friendship. Yours truly, Adam. Okay. Got through that finally. Close this. I like that. Adds a touch of interactivity within the like pretty drab scenes. So let's go back. Let's have a look somewhere else. Oh, the straw. Pull that out. Get that pen. Rotate the pen, maybe.
Maybe I could use it to write my letter to Herr Gustav.
Or maybe not. Look at this drawer. What the hell?
It's stuck. Papa really ought to tidy up.
Okay, that's... Oh, of course.
I ought to put these away before I lose them. I'm pretty sure I know this piece by heart now anyway.
Okay, so... I don't know. Just leave that.
Herr Gustav, my future employer. Thanks to this summer job, I'll be able to help Papa pay for another year of schooling at the music academy.
The Music Academy. There was a university in Syberia, the University of Barkstadt. She could well be. No. Yeah, well, she could be one of the students from that university. Fraulein Rose, I'm pleased to announce that I have selected your application for the summer's seasonal job at the refuge I am in charge of. Your contract will begin on Monday the 5th of July and will end on the 31st of August. We expect this to be a busy period. Our refuge will be welcoming a group of scientists who have come to train in the mountain before they leave for an expedition to the east. Your daily duties will mainly consist of serving at mealtimes and contributing towards maintaining the refuge. Since I read in your curriculum vitae that you are a student of the Academy of Music, I will ask you to perform on the piano some evenings. I'd also like you to use this letter to inform you that, in addition to your salary, you'll be fed, housed, and laundered throughout the duration of your work. I'm looking forward to your arrival. I wish you an excellent end to the school year. Gustav Renner, manager of the Silberspiegel Refuge.
The diploma Frau Beckmann gave me after my concert on the musical square. Thank goodness she didn't mention I almost arrived late.
1937, so yes, prior to World War II. Okay, I'm getting really confused now. Regarding the timelines, I'm not entirely sure.
Dana, darling, I hope you're not seriously thinking of writing a letter to your future employer with that old pencil. Dana, darling, I hope you're not seriously thinking of writing a letter to your future employer with that old pencil.
Well, why not? So I have to find a pen. I'm not entirely sure, but I think this game is using Unity. Just by looking at the, well, I can't really tell just by looking. yeah, I'm inclined to believe that it's using Unity engine. Could be wrong.
Have you asked your father for his pen?
Papa, could your pen be around here somewhere?
Could be, I suppose.
No pen here.
Ah, here we go.
Papa is so untidy.
You could close the drawers when you're done, little Miss Nosy.
Doesn't seem to be working. Oh, there we go.
Dear Herr Gustav, I would like to thank you for...
Vagarians? What are Vagarians?
Oh my! What in the name of...
Are they like Jews or... It's reminiscent of like Crystal Nut. Vagarians, I have no idea who they are. What they are.
Dana, darling, no, give it to me, please. Oh my goodness.
What does it say, Father?
It's nothing, Dana. Nothing but spite.
Will they ever leave us in peace?
Come on, Lena, my dear. Hey, come on. Look at me. Don't let it get you down. Huh? Or we'll both end up in Paris with Dana.
Yeah, please forgive me if you're offended by the fact I don't know what Vagarians are. I have no idea.
Why would anyone do that? Why take it out on us? Without reason.
Get a hold of yourself, darling. It'll be all right.
Let's go and try and find them.
Mama's right. It could be dangerous to go out right now.
Okay, maybe not. What's this? Threat note. Verpist. Blah. I have no idea.
Piss off out of here, you filthy Vagarians. Horrible.
Vagarians, sorry. What the hell are Vagarians? Yeah, I mean, the first thing that sprang to mind was the Germans. Like the Nazis. And they were smashing windows. Known as Crystal Nut. The Jews were persecuted. But I don't know. That can't be the end of the prologue, surely. I've just gotten started. You know what? I'm really happy. Really happy. It's heading in the right direction. This is what Benoit Sakal should have done. And I don't know what's going on now. It keeps on loading. Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm happy with the direction it's headed towards. Sorry, I've had a few drinks, just a few. It's good. What the hell is going on? Okay, there we go. 2004? What the? Okay, yeah, so, like, Kate Walker is, like, from the modern day. She has a cell phone, she has a mobile phone. So it's around this, like, 2000s, that Kate Walker tried to take over the toy factory.
Come on. We need to get to work now.
But the thing is, we didn't really live or breathe Siberia's world at the time, during its heyday. And it's something I never really actually thought about. But now, like, seeing parts of it in this game just makes me really excited. To actually see and be part of the living, breathing, like, Valley de l'Ain. During the height of the automaton manufacturing. It's absolutely, yeah, very exciting.
That's it. I'll get started working now. You push the cart closer and come dig next to me, okay? I'm very sorry, love. But we'll have all night long to cry.
Get to work? What the hell? Are you kidding me?
I know. It's hard for you, Kate.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing that.
Sorry about your mother. But I need you now. You understand?
This is not the Kate Walker we all know and love. I don't know what's happened. Sarah Walker, your mother. So yeah, I've never played. Well, I played Syberia 3, never completed it, so I don't know what happened with the story. Because story-wise, Syberia 3 shouldn't have existed at all. It was part of nonsense, as far as I was concerned, and I didn't not play because of that. It was just a bad game. You know, the controls, as I said a billion times before, it's terrible. And also the narrative, the story just wasn't coherent. It just didn't make sense. And obviously, I can't give too much away. You know, what were the endings of Syberia 1 and 2? But Syberia 3 shouldn't have existed at all. But, like, this game's like a prologue, like set before and after, which is fair enough, that's perfectly fine, but, yeah. Syberia 3 is not a very good game at all. Let's have a look over here. Yeah, and I'm sorry I sound like
All
really
gutted.
depressive, like
Fitting metaphor for all of us in
de
here.
depressed and everything, but yeah, left a really sour taste. But I'm really happy about this one so far. Anyway, I'm interested
Tom, I need a hand over
as
here.
to where things are going and what happened in the past as well. Like first hand, what happened back then. Because all you ever get within the Syberia series is snippets of information and like relics that are left behind. But now, for the first time, we can live and breathe within that world, which is very interesting to me.
Stuck.
Right, so look. Okay, there's a break down here.
Brakes are on. What a surprise.
So I guess this is a true test of how good this game will be, because if it assumes that I've played and finished Syberia 3, then they're going to be sadly mistaken, because I haven't done that. This game has to be, the merits of which have to be based upon its, as a game, itself, not having to rely on other installments within the series. And so far it's been okay.
You didn't say goodbye.
I have no idea what I'm doing now, but I'm just pushing this thing. What are you doing?
She was scared. You broke her heart. You deserted her. She died asking for you.
Who's saying this? Olivia?
Hey, watch out! Sorry, I didn't see.
Hey, look! Come on, let's go and see.
So Olivia was basically Kate's best friend. Okay, and you learn that in the previous games. And she betrayed Kate, big time. She's a bitch. And it's weird, because I feel,
That could be our ticket.
yeah, I hate her.
Let's check it out.
Because it was such, it was so engrossing,
Oh my
the previous
God.
games. It really just, yeah, I hate her. She's a effing bitch. This looks familiar, like Barstadt. Double click to accelerate your moves. Okay, okay. Standard point and click feature. You know what? I'm really excited, guys. I'm super excited about this game. At the time, Syberia was amazing. You know,
That's deep.
the graphics were state of the art.
Can't even see the bottom.
Yeah. And it means the tunnel on the other side is cut off. Must be the way out. I can see the light at the end.
How do we get across that?
I'm sure there's a way. Follow me. I have an idea.
I don't know. Is it me, or is there like kind of like lesbian overtones here? Could just be me, but I don't know. I don't care really. I'm just pointing out the fact, or maybe not fact. I don't know. Yeah, it's just definitely like a lesbian thing.
Hey,
But-
come! I need a hand over here.
Okay, sorry. Come back. What do you want?
If we build up enough speed, we should be able to use the height difference on the edge of the precipice as a takeoff ramp to get to the tunnel on the other side, and then get to the surface.
Sure, that is if you can get the thing started.
Don't worry about that. Back in the days with my band, I always used to repair our old van on tours.
Okay, but wait a second. First, I want to take a closer look at these bodies and maybe figure out what happened here.
Bodies?
They were shot.
In the back.
Looks like Second World War.
Yeah,
supplies.
Germany.
They belong to the Brown Shadow, the fascists who triggered the war before they herded up and massacred millions of innocent people.
Full tank of gas. And it looks as if they were headed for the exit tunnel.
It's like they were ready to head out.
Looks like they were in a hurry, judging from their position.
I wonder how a bunch of World War II fascist soldiers ended up here.
Right. And who killed them just as they were about to ride out of here?
One thing's for sure, though. We've got to give this motorbike a try.
What? What are you saying? You mean you want to jump over the ravine?
Exactly. But the keys aren't on the bodies, I checked. They must be somewhere inside the train. You go and find the keys while I take a look at this motor.
Will do. You'll be okay?
Don't worry, love. I'm sure this beauty and I, we're going to become best friends.
Oh, let me guess. Oscar's inside the train. If he's in the train, then no, I'm going to stop playing.
This carriage is more luxurious than the other ones. Maybe a dignitary's?
If you get stuck, you can listen to a hint by using the question mark button. Wait for the gauge to be full and click on the button. Okay. Wow. You know, if there's ever to be a remake of Syberia 2, then this would be it. Especially that
Another
train,
body. Great.
famous train scene.
One last drink to work up some courage.
I will be nothing more than a sack of bones by the time you, whoever you are, read this letter. Every day I have learned to be ever faithful to the fatherland, and carry out my duty in the name of our illustrious leader. I would not have wanted it any other way. As per my orders, we have managed to accomplish our mission of securing the train in the agreed place of refuge hidden away from enemy hands. However, Due to a landslide, we are cut off from the exit tunnel, so we are condemned to remain here forever with the train so that the High Command can one day retrieve the secrets it holds. This is a blessing in disguise. As the Red Army from the Eastern Front approaches, and we would most likely have been captured anyway. This way, at least, our secret is safe. The troops have come alarmingly disheartened, and so, to save them from betrayal and dishonour in their moment of folly, I have been forced to shoot them. For I have reason to believe that, in their desperation, they were planning to try to escape on the motorbike and then run into the enemy to reveal the whereabouts of the train in return of their liberty. I have hidden the ignition key as a matter of form. It now remains to me to do as duty dictates in the name of our leader on our homeland, Heil Hitler. So that this treasure will remain hidden until High Command is in a posture to retrieve it. Yours, Major Krista Sutar.
So this Brown Shadow officer shot his own men and then killed himself to make sure the train was never found by the Allies. Whatever it holds must be priceless. Strange, the hollow shape. There must have been something in it.
I'd imagine that is for like a, what do you call it? Like a doll that spins round, I would imagine. What is she looking at? Okay, I think the game's bugged out now. Oh, wait a minute. Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, there's nothing here.
Still looks pretty strong.
Well, I have a feeling that the answer is on that train, so I think I need to go back.
This carriage is more luxurious than the other ones. Maybe a dignitary's?
Oh, oops, sorry. Let's go back inside. I'm sure the answer's in there. And we'll have a look properly. Inspect. Inspect.
He wore stripes. Must have been the Brown Shadow officer in charge of the train. Shot himself in the head. Awful.
Ooh. Oh God. Oh my lord. Okay.
Nothing interesting here. Let's search somewhere else.
Ooh, he has a
That
gun.
must be the shooter. don't think I can make any use of that.
Nope, can't find anything. So look at here.
Nothing interesting. Let's search somewhere else.
Okay, obviously not there. Let's go back. Inspect his hands, maybe? Yeah, creepy. What? Why would I press that? Come on. Because his hand was over it? Are you kidding me? Have you seen all of the shapes on that table? Why would you press that one little that triangle there? Nah, come on. I don't know what to think, guys.
Major Sutel's last drink to give him courage?
Find the keys to the motorbike. Is that what keys to motorbikes in World War II look like? Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Must be the motorbike key. Better give it to Katyusha. Got him!
It hasn't been started for too long. But leave me to it and I'll see if I can get it going. If I can just get it to kick-start, we might be home free.
Anything I can do? We haven't got much time.
No, I'm good. Why don't you look around? Maybe inside the train there's something that can help us once we get out of here.
Okay, I'm on it.
Aha! And I can unlock this padlock, hopefully. So, like Benoit Sacal, he's a Belgian comics, like comic book author, artist. Wait there, trying to figure out how to do this. Ah, there we go. What is going on? What? Okay, so you need to move the mouse while holding down the button different directions to get the correct power. Enough power to... How the hell? And the direction that you move the mouse doesn't necessarily correspond to the direction the thing's moving. There we go. Yeah, so I was talking about what's his name? Benoit Sacal, a Belgian he was basically that part of the old school. Oh, he still is, I think, of the old school Belgian comic artists and creators. What the hell are you doing? You can get through that gap, surely. So a lot of his work is like derives from like works such as Tintin and Asterix and so on. You know, the Franco-Belgian comic scene, absolutely fantastic when it comes to stories.
Hey, what are you? Holy crap!
And that's where Syberia really excelled,
Worth a fortune.
because he had that experience,
This is gonna come in nicely.
storytelling experience that was really necessary to really kickstart the game. But then that doesn't necessarily mean that a great comic book author will make a good video game designer, because you have to occupy the player while they're playing the game, and that's not necessarily conveyed within a book or a comic. It's like a different form of interactivity that the artist has to take into account.
Oh my god.
What?
What is it?
It's incredible. You gotta see this.
Yeah, it's pretty well done. I like the color of the rock face there. Is that what fascinates you?
No, Kate. There! Look! It's right under your nose.
What?
It dates from 1937, apparently, but I can't make out the signature. Koba or something like that? Anyway, what's so fascinating about it?
You mean you can't see? Take a closer look.
Sorry, you'll have to be more specific, Katusha, because I still can't see.
Look again, there. The girl. She's your spitting image.
Are you kidding me, man? She's his reincarnation?
Sorry, but I still can't see the resemblance.
Come on. You gotta admit it's incredible, right?
Either way, I suggest you put it away. We'd better get going.
Oh no, maybe I'm being too harsh on the game.
You should take another look, Kate. It's amazing.
A masterpiece. The Brown Shadow
Hey!
during World War II.
We saw this picture in the other girls' playthrough thing. I don't know if you can hear me properly, but yeah. Haven't tested the mic or anything. Never saw this picture. I saw this picture. Didn't see this one. What am I supposed to be? Loot.
I hate to think what became of the owners of all these stolen objects.
What's this one? Yes, saw that one. Okay, let's just go. No, whoops, sorry, I've already seen that one. Right, we've seen everything. We're leaving.
Come on, kid. You gotta admit she looks like you. It must be a sign.
Hold it right there, girls.
What the?
All right. You've caught us. But take a look inside this carriage. The train is full of treasure. We could all escape with tons of it. Just look.
Don't move.
Listen to me, Simona. You've always been good to us, so why can't we help each other now? We'll be stronger together.
Sure. You've been nice little prisoners. I have nothing against you personally. But why can't I keep the treasure for myself? I could leave this rotten prison. Nobody will know. I could even say you tried to escape, which wouldn't be a lie.
Simona, don't.
Don't take it personally. I just need a change of life. I think you can understand where I'm coming from.
No!
Oh no! Okay, so that's the end, guys. So, what do I think so far? I'm intrigued, very intrigued, but it still relies on, like, as someone who's played thousands upon thousands of point-and-click adventure games, I've seen those kind of puzzles before, and they're not taxing. They're not very taxing at all. And my sister's actually even better than me, way better than me. She can just go through point-and-click games like with her eyes closed, basically. But it's still early days. Can't really comment too much. This is like a preview. I'm very impressed with the graphics. The graphics are very, very good. The textures, the shadows, the lighting. It really helps to engross you within its world, within the various time frames as well, because it's set not only in the modern day but also in the past, 1937. And yeah, the animations are very good, actually. Pretty good. The voice acting, not so good. Not the worst in the series. The worst definitely goes to Syberia 3. Had some absolutely diabolical voice acting. But this is a step in the right direction, so to say. It's not as good as the previous two games. What else can I talk about? The music, really good. You know, these are a combination of original compositions and as well as like remixes or variations of the original theme, which I noticed early on in the game, which is I really, really like. The presentation, very good. And last but not least, the narrative story, interesting. I'll say very, very interesting. Because, as I said before, you're actually part of the living, breathing world of automatons during their heyday. They're no longer like reminiscent of a bygone era. We're actually part of that experience now, and that's contrasted with the current time, or the present, shall we say, where we find Kate Walker is in a prison and is trying to escape. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. And way better, a lot better than Syberia 3. So I'm just going to end the stream now, guys. Thank you very much if you've watched this far. I've really looked forward to playing the full game, and I hope you do too. So until next time, thank you.